Yo, what's up guys, it's Redescent here with another thought process video, this time playing Winston, and this time using my voice finally. And before we start, I want to ask you guys to share in the comments down below what you think you found useful in that video. Because well, I am very used to my own gameplay, and all the skills I have are just like a second nature to me. So sometimes I'm not even sure if what I'm putting out is actually useful to you guys. So that would really help the channel grow. Okay, let's get right into the video. Winston is probably one of the best tanks on Dorado, because Dorado is very high ground oriented map, and Winston is one of the best tanks for taking high ground. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna come out of spawn, check out what they have, and we're gonna try and take the high ground. And contesting this high ground is very important, because if enemy DPS keeps staying there, then my team will have a hard time pushing the cart for free and helping me take control of the gas station later on. Our teammates are not set up yet, and we're just gonna chill and wait for the space to create itself. And what I mean by that is wait for the opportunity to present itself, like this wasted Ana sleep, for example. Now let's waste no time and dive in to create some pressure. We have bubble now, and we can use this sign on the right as a cover. I'm not gonna push too hard now because I see that my team is trying to deal with the Tracer. Now that she's dead, we can actually push with my new bubble. We forced the Ana's nade, and I see that my teammates are ready to dive with me now, so I'm getting ready to go in very aggressively.
Go aggressively in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, chopping on the backline.
I'm zoning off this Ana so that she doesn't heal the Mercy while my team is trying to kill her. If we lose this fight, they can actually retouch and contest, but we have a massive peak advantage, so I ult to win the fight because we really need this fight. Another reason why I ulted is because tight spaces are the best for juggling. Tracer used her recall and wants to go back to take Mega, that's why I step in even though I'm half HP to kill her, because I know I can kill her. Now I'm gonna just jump back on payload and move it because no one else can do it now. Mercy just rests Tracer, who I'm killed on the ground, so I'm getting ready to contest one of the holes. However, I hear enemies on top, so I'm contesting high ground to zone off anyone who wants to touch point. I'm zoning off the enemy team so that my teammates can kill 4v1 the enemy Winston. Genji went in without his supports and he's contesting. That's why killing him is more important than chasing supports. I'm jumping back to where I think Ana could be. And cool, we capped. We won, we don't stay cart, we take space. If I kill this Ana, this would be super dope to delay their regroup. However, it was a good sleep, and unfortunately my Tracer couldn't kill Ana, but it's fine. The reason why we need to keep pushing after we cap the point is because we need to have the card keep pushing for free. And I want my teammates to be able to take a great positioning also for free, like this Ashe on the high ground, for example. Pressing tabs between fights is a very great habit because it allows you to check for counter picks and coordinate your actions around ultimates. We have Nano, and the only thing that can stop me from going in is Ana's sleep. However, Genji is on my Ashe, and I need to force him out before I can go in with Nano. This Genji looks quite killable, so I'll continue chasing him by jumping on the top of the house, which will let me quickly reposition to my teammates. I'm gonna play slow till the space creates itself.
None me.
And here we go. Ana wasted both of your cooldowns, so we're going in. When you're playing Winston and you wanna dive someone with Nano, take a look at the enemy comp and just dive the weakest. Ana is the only immobile character on the team, plus diving her makes Kiri heal Ana, so basically DPS and tank are not getting healed at all. Now I wanna stock 3 on card to push it faster, however I hear them coming from the top, so I need to contest the high ground now. I can stay here longer than usual because I have my ultimate, and I'm gonna bait some cooldowns before I go in aggressively with my ult. No nade, no sleep, so I go in. And once again we're just gonna target the weakest. I killed one of the supports, and I'm gonna focus the other. Me focusing the Kiriko will either allow my teammates to kill her on their own because she's entering the dangerous fight half HP without one of her escaping cooldowns, or it will make her play very passively and not heal her teammates, which will then let me kill her. So basically saying, if my teammates don't kill her right now, I'm gonna hunt her down. Now that I keep hunting the Kiriko, she can't help her Genji who's blading alone on point. I have a shield and a good position because my team can heal me, so I'm taking this duel with Tracer. She's not gonna touch without recall, so I just come back to point. And just as always, we don't stay cart, we take space. I see Winston, so I'm gonna poke him, but at the same time, I'm moving to the right to avoid Anna's and Kiri's bullets. Now, I'm gonna try to explain to you guys the concept called the corner advantage. You have the corner advantage when you're facing the enemy tank and you have more teammates shooting at him than his teammates shooting at you. At the start of this fight, my tracer was fighting someone on the top right high ground, and I just saw both supports far main, which means my tracer was fighting a DPS earlier. Which means that the only people who can damage me or my team are Winston and his second DPS. The enemy supports will probably not be damaging because they are too far away and they don't have good sightlines on us. And moreover, the enemy Winston is too far away from his team, which will force his supports to healbot him. That's why instead of pushing in and taking space, I'm actually giving space to the enemy Winston. Because I want him to come closer to my team so that more of my teammates will be able to shoot him. And I'm playing safe, not taking any damage, allowing my supports to DPS on the enemy Winston. To keep it short, there are only 2 people on the enemy team that can deal damage right now, and there are 4 people on my team who can damage the enemy Winston. That's why I'm better, baby. And you see, just as I planned, the bait worked. There was too much pressure on the enemy Winston, and he used his bubble without even diving. The goal of this dive is to force out enemies, not to kill Anna, so I'm not gonna push too much. I didn't get healed unfortunately, and I jumped over the Anna's nade, but it's fine.
Как же ты Анну булишь? Я не знаю, она на самом деле довольно как-то много ошибается. Слепой просто так выбрасывает.
Just like in the first fight, to get space, I'll start by contesting DPS on the top right. I will be out in the open, so I won't be staying there for too long. Also, Genji can dash away anytime, so I'm not using my bubble. I wanna go in, but I can't create space if my backline is fighting Nana Winston, so we're just chilling now. My tracer just killed Genji, but she died, and it's 4v4, and we need to go fast because we have ultimates.
Okay, Nana Winston?
I'm gonna check enemy Anna's positions first. But I'm not going in because my Anna can't nano me behind bubble. We're gonna force out Winston and then we can go. I'm calling for nano, but I'm not getting nano, so I'm falling back midair. And I have to wait for my jump now before I ask for nano again.
We can do it. Nano me, nano me, nano me.
I'm nanoed and the enemy Winston is ulting, so it's an even fight. Even though I'm slept, once I wake up, I will stay here anyway because I'm close to my ultimate. Using your melee attack helps you build your ultimate faster when you're very close to it. To get better at juggling, learn short jumps. To perform a short jump, just press Shift and press S. Knowing this will help you control your movement better. I'm gonna stack 3 payload before I see anyone who I can dive.
3 payload.
Seems like someone is on the right. Reinhardt is coming out from the left with his support, so I'm gonna zone off his heals. And now we're just gonna body block Rain from touching the point.
Good job.
Now on defense, we're gonna do the same thing we did on attack, but just in reverse. On attack, I said that contesting this high ground near the train is very important to keep the card pushing for free. So that's exactly why I'm gonna contest it, to not let them push the card for free and take control of the top. Even though there are 3 enemies in my face, this is a very great positioning because my supports can heal me safely. If they were playing Reaper, I would probably dash out, but it's only Genji and Tracer and Winston. When Winston is diving your backline, you can put a bubble on him and body block his heals. However, I was a bit late on that and my teammates left too quickly, but it's fine. Now we're just gonna play to live because we certainly have one more fight before they cap the point. And once again, I'm trying to create the corner advantage by baiting this Winston to coming out to my teammates. Now that my teammates are ready to go, we can push a bit. And before I jump blindly into the enemy team, I want to actually check out like who I can dive. And this Kiri wasted both of your abilities, that's why I'm diving her. However, I'm not gonna overstay my welcome because I'm very deep into the enemy team. I want to get healed up a bit before I go in again. And the enemy Winston went in very deeply without his supports. That's why I want to keep the zoning. That's why I keep pushing, even though I'm very deep on my own. Plus I have Primal. This Tracer just wasted her recall, that's why I'm very confident in killing her. I'm gonna steal that mini from her. She missed her pulse, that's why I'm not ulting. I'm jumping very deep into the back of this point because I don't wanna die accidentally to the enemy Winston while I'm low. I got healed up and this Winston is very low, that's why we're chasing. I also hear Genji somewhere, and I really want to kill him because he doesn't have his tank right now, and his supports are not close enough yet. Now it's a 5v3, and we can definitely chase the Stuggers and kill them, especially when they're wasting their abilities to try and escape this fight. Now we're basically snowballing because every time someone on the enemy team spawns, we kill someone else, and it's very important to stay in that state because that way we will never let them have a proper regroup. But at the same time, it's very important to know your limits and not go in when you're half HP to try and kill someone else. So when you need to, just give them space. It's absolutely fine. Now I'm just gonna get healed up and contest anyone who wants to go through that arc.
Tracer on blinks.
Now this time I'm gonna be really fast on reacting to enemy Winston's dive. Now, I got nanoed, and my team is getting nanobladed. And I really wanna jump on payload with my nano. However, I see that my Echo just killed Anna, and I have no idea where Tracer and Kiriko is. Now, this time diving the enemy Winston is a great idea because he just wasted his jump and he's immobile now. Now, once again, we're gonna press tab to check what ultimates we have and check for their counter picks in case if we need to adjust our gameplay accordingly. However, it seems like there's nothing new coming out. And you know the drill, we're just gonna keep contesting the high ground and the arc. They have Lucio now, which means that if I go in their backline when the enemy Winston goes in my backline, I will just get booped away and all of a sudden my dive will be useless. That's why I keep shooting Winston. And I'm gonna keep playing aggressively because I still have my ultimate, which I haven't used for a while.
On him.
I'm gonna keep playing here and try to burn as much of their time as possible. It's especially important right now because they have only 20 seconds on the clock and they have to touch point. I'm not even actually really trying to kill anybody here with my primal. I'm just trying to punch as many people as possible to, you know, just create some chaos in their backline. Now that I'm low, I want to go back. However, I get booped, so now I'm forced to use my bubble. I'm getting healed up, and now I really just let my intrusive thoughts win on this one. I decided to tactically throw this one. But it's fine, because we created just a ton of space for our team. And before we end, since we have some time, I wanted to explain to you guys why I usually use subtitles instead of using my voice. First of all, I believe that reading a text is much better to memorize stuff instead of listening to an audio. And I want to make my videos as educational as possible. That's why it's important to me. And also the games that I play in are quite high elo, like it's High Masters, GM. And those games are just very fast, man. And it takes a lot of time for me to comment on it with my voice, which doesn't leave much space for the useful information. Like during this video, if I were making this video with subtitles, it would have just 30% more useful information. And also, I like to call in my games a lot, so having a double voice in a video is kind of weird to me. But this video is an experiment. A lot of you guys asked for audio commentary, so please let me know what you think in the comments down below. So yeah, we'll see. But I still prefer the text version, to be honest. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please don't forget to share what was useful for you in that video. Thank you for watching. See ya. Follow me on Twitch. Bye-bye.